Hello, welcome to this tutorial on how to hack and play as the bosses in Fighting Vipers 2. This is the arcade version of the game and I'm using the emulator Supermodel in order to play it. As always, I'd recommend going back and watching the very first video that I did on how to hack and play as boss characters in arcade fighting games anyway. It just gives you basically sort of a basis as to how this all works and various little intricacies. You don't have to, but I just recommend it basically. As always, you'll need two core things for this process. You'll need the game you want to hack open and running, and you also need a hacking program such as ArtMoney or Cheat Engine. In this case I'm using ArtMoney, I just find it a bit easier. And with whatever program that you use, make sure to select the process before you begin hacking. So as you can see here, it lists it as Supermodel running Fighting Vipers 2. Sometimes you'll need character values, but in this case you won't. It's really obvious. I mentioned this in my initial sort of vid on the basics of doing this. Sometimes character values will literally just be from left to right onwards. So it'll be sort of 0 on the left side, and then scrolling as you go from character to character, it just increments up by 1. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. It's that way with Fighting Vipers 2 here, which is very weird because for the Model 2 games like Virtua Fighter 2, Fighting Vipers, it wasn't this simple. It was much more all over the place. But yeah, for some reason the Model 3 platform, it's much more simple. Better programming maybe? I'm not really sure. Let's go into the character selection screen. Go to across 1, so ME will be 0, so barn will be 1, and then remember to change the address range to all. Search initially for 1, and then all subsequent values you'll filter for instead. So let's filter for 2 on Picky, 3 on Jane. That's a good sign. Okay, those don't seem to have anything to do with it. So let's go back to this menu here. Now, Fighting Vipers has, what does it have? It has 10 characters, and it starts at value 0, which means that it will go up to value 9. That means that all the hidden characters, or the unplayable bosses, will be beyond that, basically. So one would be value 10, one would be value 11, and one would be value 12. So let's put value 12 into both of these addresses, and make sure to also freeze them in place so it forces the game to load the character. Let's go back into the selection menu. And there's Kuhn. Oh no, it's 11, isn't it? Okay. So 11 will be Del Sol, and 13 will actually be BM. But of course, BM is never selectable, like in the same way that Kuhn and Del Sol are. So let's go back and try that again, just to show you the others. So it's 11 characters, which means it goes up to 10, and therefore the values for the unplayable characters are 11, 12, and 13, basically, is what I was trying to say. There's BM. You can see he doesn't have a graphic, because of course he's never supposed to be playable here. It's an interesting little tidbit, but of course that's why we're hacking him to play as in the first place. He plays very stably as well. You can do an entire full playthrough with him with absolutely no problems, which is really a testament to just how good Sega's programming was in this era. And there we go. That's a good old ring out. And that's it. So in this case, value 13 is BM, value 12 is Kuhn, and value 11 is Del Sol. And it's as simple as that, basically. It's a really simple, easy hack, just because working out the character values there, hacking itself is really easy. And of course you can do it on the character selection screen, which is not very common with fighting games in general. As always, if you have any other queries or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But otherwise, thank you for watching.